Hello, my friends. Welcome to our daily drill for today. We're going to talk about how to examine processes. Now, for those folks who are not very familiar with the 49 processes, I want to show you really rapidly what to do when you encounter each process. Now, to be able to do this really well, you should have at least 3, 4 processes that you've looked at because there's a pattern to them. So every one of the 49 processes in the PMBOK Guide, 6th edition, except 2, you will see project management plan as an input. That is one of the recurring themes. Okay. This process, performing integrated change control, is no different. It has the project management plan as an input. Now, the more processes you look at, the more recurring themes you'll see. Some of these themes are not as frequently recurring. For example, work performance reports only appears as an input to 4 processes. Perform integrated change control is obviously one of them because you can see we're looking at the inputs. Okay, so looking at the inputs, what is unique? The only thing that's unique, I've highlighted red, and another one to highlight red is change requests because you only find change requests as an input going into performing a great change control. That's the only process they go into. They come out of many processes, but they only go into this. Taking a look at the tools and techniques, there's one that stands out and it's change control tools. You do not find this anywhere else. Taking a look at the outputs, there is one that stands out and it's approved change request. You do not find this anywhere else as an output. So for every one of the 49, you need to whittle all of these 14 things down. You see what I did? Instead of thinking about all of these big old 14 things, I took these unique ones. And this is what I call the DNA of every process. Every process has its DNA. And in this case, the DNA for performing great change control is approved change request, as you can see, change control tools, see that? Change requests going in, and something a little bit unique, just a little bit unique, is the work performance reports as well. So that is one of the ways that I want you to be thinking about this stuff. What is unique? What is recurring and what is not? Let's take a look at this one more time. And this time we'll go to another process and we'll choose the process close, project, or phase. So thinking about close project or phase, I'm going to beam it on the screen in a second here. Close project or phase is similar in that it's from integration, but you'll see from its DNA is a little bit different. It has a different slant towards completing the project. So it's called close project or phase. All right, taking a look at close project or phase, what do you notice right off the bat? Well, you notice that not every process has got the project charter as an input. That's not extremely unique, but it does need to be noticed. There are not many processes that do that. There are a number of them that are Plan X management, but this is all the way down in close project or phase. That needs to jump out at you, okay? Next, we don't see accepted deliverables going into anywhere else. Agreements does not appear in too many places, perhaps 3. Procurement documentation does not appear in too many places. You find that in procurement. And that's that for the inputs, okay? So as far as the inputs, we've taken a look. Let's take a look at the tools and techniques. Any tools and techniques that jump out at you? Probably not. But you also need to be looking under the surface. You need to be looking under the surface of data analysis, and then you'll find regression analysis. And regression analysis is only found here. It's taking a look at what contributed to the result you got. Lastly, taking a look at the outputs. There are 2 unique outputs here, and they are final product, service, or result transition and final report. See, so we've whittled down 14 things, 15 things thereabouts to just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad. So half of the stuff that you looked at, not to say it's not important, but you want to get the DNA of the process. You want to identify what makes this process unique, what makes it what it is. And it's in the unique inputs, the unique tools, the unique techniques and outputs. I call these unique tools and techniques when we're talking about the tools and techniques, or I call it unique inputs, UIs, when I'm talking about the unique inputs, or I call it the UOs when I'm talking about the unique outputs. Okay? Just a little tip on how to view these processes and get down the DNA, and don't spend time, for example, like this one I just showed you. Every process, for the most part, you see the project management plan, except develop project charter and develop project management plan. Those you don't find the project management plan going to as an input. Once you've got that DNA down for everything, you don't need to cram each one. You get what I'm saying? All right. I hope this helped you. All the very best, and bye for now.